It's paint. It's layers. It's colorful and in your face. Paintball. Paintball players, the best in the world, gathered in Orlando for the World Paintball Championships. We're set for Game 2 of the round-robin finals. Let's go to Fred Schultz with the teams.
All right, I'm here with Rage right now, who's getting ready to go out against Bad Company. All right, same question everybody's getting. Are you going to do anything different, or is your strategy working, and you're going to stick with it?
Well, right now we've got the team we're playing at a little bit of a disadvantage. They just lost the first game of the finals, and so we expect them to come out a little harder. So we might not press out right now as hard as we have in the past.
So basically, you think they're going to come hard at you because they need the points and they need to get it done in a shorter period of time?
That's a fact. That's a fact. With the way these games are set up, the other team that just maxed them has a maximum score of 200 points, and and they have not enough, and they know they have to beat us because we're their last game.
Right.
So we're going to take it a little bit more conservative. Or still our game plan, still same areas. They've changed the field for the finals, so I mean this thing is changing every session. It changes, so it's a little bit different game, and
it keeps it interesting.
Everything's changing at this point, so well, anything could happen.
Tommy, maybe you can give us a little insight on what's going to go on in the next few minutes when you guys start this game.
Well, we plan to play this game pretty fast and aggressive. We feel the two center bunkers, the big houses, are pretty important, so we're going to try and get a guy in there as soon as possible, and then to catch the team off guard, we're going to sprint the guy through the center field about the 10-minute mark to try and get as many points. At that time, we're going to run the tapes, and then we're all going to come about the same time.
Points are very important right now, aren't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're looking to get the jump. I get to 200 points and look good. So.
Okay, the 200 points, meaning that you have to get it done quick.
We have to do it in 10 minutes.
You have to do it 10 minutes?
Instead of the 20 minutes, yes.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you give us a great big Bad Company cheer, and we wish you guys a lot of luck out there.
All right,
gentlemen?
Bring it here, baby. Bring it here, baby. Come on,
guys. Let's do this. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah, no doubts. How are we going to run?
Fast.
How are we going to hit?
Hard.
What are we going to do?
Win.
1, 2, 3.
Team.
1, 2, 3.
Coming. Ho. Woo!
Rage in blue coming from the left side of the field. Alberto Carvajal sprinting for that midfield bunker. He gets there, and he's checked immediately. Meanwhile, Bad Company in red not getting to midfield. But Chino, Alberto Carvajal, did not get in there safely. He's out of there, and immediately Bad Company has a 4-0 lead over Rage. There's the chrono judge checking Larry Whitaker's marker to make sure it's firing at the acceptable speed. It is. As we take a look at Pollock, now in the center bunker for Bad Company. So Chino Alberto Carvajal got up there and was eliminated for Rage. O is safe for Bad Company.
But Rage is still further up the field as a team than Bad Company is. And that doesn't bode well for Bad Company because they're the team that's got to make it happen.
And there is a Bad Company player out. Chris Ramuzzi is eliminated as Tom Cole moves up. That ties the score at 4-4.
On his arm, Judge! There's Michael Fox from Rage peeking out behind his bunker.
And the Turtles, who won the opening game, maxing out with 200 points looking on. They'll play in the final game of the round robin against Rage. Larry Whitaker for Rage on the left, and as you mentioned, Jerry, Michael Fox there, down on the ground on the right. Right now, with the score tied, each team looking for some kind of advantage. There's Scott Dunkelberger for Rage. Tight to the bunker.
Pollock is still in the V for Bad Company, but like I said before, Bad Company's the team that's got to make this happen, and they're deep. Foxy taking heat.
Mike Leffler in the foreground there for Bad Company, trying to give support to Pollock up in the middle bunker, double O. O is in there, but not able to do very much as he gets checked for paint. All right, says Bob Rose, the ultimate judge. And the paint splatters off that V, that middle bunker.
Get him away!
Each team wants to score big as we take a look at Pete Bullfield for Rage. But you don't want to make a mistake. Gain the advantage, then make your move, I would think, Jerry.
Always the case. Rage, though, has the distinct advantage here because they can afford to wait. Bad company has to come to them. Bad company is not in a position to come to them. They don't have their players near the front, spread throughout the field, tape to tape. They're down, deep, and Rage can afford to wait.
Doug Massey there asking the official to move out of the line of fire, and the official's always cooperative when they can be. There's Jackie George being checked and found safe for bad company. Let's take a look at how the teams are set up right now, Jerry.
John, as I said, you can see Al Pollock in the front with the rest of bad company well behind him. You have that gap in the middle, and bad company has to fill that gap in order to mount an effective offensive.
Mike Fox with that distinctive headgear. Somewhere there's a piece of lawn furniture without any covering on it. The 1996 World Paintball Championships are brought to you by Paintball Sports Magazine. From pickup games to tournaments, novice players and champions alike, read Paintball Sports Magazine. Bad company in a deep hole here in Game 2, the final round of the World Paintball Championships in Orlando, Florida. Hello, everybody. I'm John Nicholson, along with Jerry Braun, managing editor of Paintball Sports Magazine. Jerry, the onus is on bad company to make something happen fast in this game.
They're in a real hole. The Turtles scored 200 points on them and are sitting pretty. For bad company to have any chance of victory, they have to get through Rage, get Rage's flag, and hang it within the 10-minute mark.
At the same time, Rage has got to pile up points, knowing the Turtles are waiting with 200 already in their pockets. Let's talk about the overall impact of these World Championships on paintball, Jerry.
Well, there are two. First, in terms of popularizing the game, people now see the excitement, the dynamics, the thrill of playing paintball. In terms of popularizing it as a sport, they see the coordination, a firepower of movement, the timing that goes into it, and the sheer talent that make up world-class teams.
Makes it all real. Back to two of those world-class teams, two of the best, Rage and Bad Company.
If you're not shooting that guy, shoot spot.
Jackie George retreats for Bad Company into the safe area. The solid red bunkers indicating he's in the back portion of his area of the field and still going back a bit farther. Meanwhile, we take a look at Paolo Balzano tucked in the striped bunker, indicating he's in the front portion of his end of the field. Now Jackie steps right back up. Scott Dunkelberger being checked for paint as he does a little cleaning of his paintball marker.
And look at those paintballs fly.
Just blasting that double bunker. You can paint the side of your garage that way in about 10 minutes, Jerry. You have got to be sure the paintball markers are not delivering the paintballs any faster than is allowed. How do you do that? Fred did some checking before the game.
One of the most important pieces of equipment out here today is the chronograph. The chronograph is a piece of equipment that measures the speed of the paintball. As you can see, he sets the marker on top of the chronograph, fires a shot. It is electrically transmitted down to here. You can see he's shooting 258 feet a second. He is well under the 300 limit, so this man is fine. This will tell you if the man goes over or if he goes under. And there is also spot checks while the game is going on. A ref can run up to you with this chronograph while you are playing the game, hold it up, and make you fire over the top of it. So this is a very, very important piece of equipment. And if you're ever going out to play at a local field and you don't see one of these, take my word for it. Go find another field. Because if they're not measuring the speed, safety is not important to them.
Hurry up a little bit, please.
There's the 5-minute horn as we return to the action. It now means that the halfbacks as well as the forwards are allowed to cross midfield. The three defensemen may not cross until 10 minutes have passed in the game. It's tied at 4-4, meaning each team has eliminated one opposing player. There are 10 on the side. You get 4 points for each one you knock out. You get 10 points for pulling your opponent's flag and 50 more for hanging that flag in your flag station. For every full minute under 20, you get that whole thing done. 10 additional bonus points, maximum 200 altogether.
Paolo Balsamo making a move. You know, Rage, John, can afford to wait, but that's not their style of play. They're an aggressive team, and they're showing it.
Sometimes if you don't play the style you play best, you can wind up making a mistake and blowing the entire situation. So even as they don't have to do it, they do want to max out. So eventually they have to. Why not now? Mike Leffler for Bad Company. And perhaps the best decoration we've seen yet on a marker barrel. That one belonging to Doug Massey of Rage. Is it time for Bad Company to try something? Apparently not.
Shoot at the crack, Foxy. Shoot the guy at the crack.
Listen to the players shout to one another, letting them know where their opponents are, letting them know what to look out for.
And trying, John, to concentrate their firepower. Get some eliminations. Create some soft spots. We see Leroy Roeder.
The solid red short bunker indicating he's in the back quarter of his side of the field. The striped taller bunkers in the front quarter on each side of the field. This would be the front quarter of the blue side. The field is 500 feet long, 200 feet wide. And the bunker set up as a mirror image of each side.
Here's Pete Bofill trying to get an angle on a near tape Bad Company player.
Let's take a look at how Rage is set up here, Jerry.
Well, Rage is set up perfectly. They are layered in terms of their defense. It's going to be very, very hard for Bad Company to penetrate. But you'll notice the players they have up front, they have a good offensive capability. They really control this game. There's Doug Massey.
Doug, a defenseman for Rage, back in the defensive quarter of the field for the Rage in the blue. Rage 4, Bad Company 4. Game 2 of the 3-game round-robin final here at the World Paintball Championships in Orlando. As we look at Mike Leffler near you and Steve Robinson for Bad Company. They are among the front players as Mike Fox put a little bit too much paint in his marker. And now Jackie George moving across the field in the defensive end. Almost took a paintball there, but managed to duck it. An official right on top up there on the wire. And as a spectator gets into it, he's allowed to do that as long as he stays in a certain area.
There's Chris Grantham taking a lot of heat. Bad Company on the far wire. Judges on him. Chris is a target.
Jackie George now sprinting up for Bad Company into the front quarter. Tom Cole on his right there for Bad Company. And now another Bad Company player is gone. Jeff Shank has been eliminated, and that makes it 8-4 in favor of Rage.
And the more players, John, Rage can pick off, the less opportunity Bad Company has of mounting any effective offense. And with that, their chances of the championship.
And at the same time, a much better chance for Rage to max out, putting them in good shape for the next game. But there's a Rage player who is out. Danny Benura takes a paintball, and that ties the score once again at 8-8. Steve Robinson, Jackie George in the double bunker for Bad Company. George shouting back. Captain Tom Cole now in the double bunker alone. And there is Scott Dunkelberger for Rage down on that crouch looking for the angle. Somebody hollered ready. They are. There goes O'Pollock out of the middle bunker to the opposite side. And O'Pollock is hit. He's gone. Everybody moving now for Bad Company. And Bad Company players going out in a big hurry. Jackie George picked off by Mike Fox. And Foxy himself is out of there now. From 8-8 a moment ago, it is now 28-12. There is the 10-minute horn as Jackie George and Mike Fox exit in tandem. Now Rage moving up. There's Todd Adamson going right to the midfield bunker. Let's see it again, Jerry, how Jackie George came around and took a paintball from Mike Fox.
Well, Foxy really was the key in stopping the Bad Company rush. He shot Mike Leffler going around the near tape line. He then turned and shot Jackie George on the far tape line. He got 2 players. He might have been instrumental in getting O. Powlick too. He was in a perfect position to stop the rush, and he stopped it. O runs for the Rage bunker, the V bunker. He's able to make it. Foxy is facing him. O can't move and gets shot from the far tape line by a Rage player. You see Mike Leffler coming in and Jackie George coming in on top. Foxy turns, shoots Mike Leffler. Jackie George, not seeing Foxy at this point, moves out of the bunkered area, aiming for the Rage players on the far tape line. Foxy turns, spins, and eliminates Jackie George as well.
Heartbreak for Bad Company. Rage clearly in control of this game. Bad Company had to try, but was doomed to fail. Every member of the team out, and Rage now is heading for the flag with a score 40-20.
And the game isn't over for Rage yet. They have got to get the flag back to their flag station. Todd is looking at his watch. He is directing traffic, and he's pointing beyond the referee. The flag is now taken. Every minute counts, John. The sooner they can get the flag back, the more points they get.
Larry Whitaker with the pull. He hands it off to Pete Bofill.
Go!
Paolo Balzano now with the flag. And he hands it off to Nilo Sierra for the last few yards. It doesn't have to stay up there. If you cross the flag station, you've got your points. 190 if it holds up. They'll check him for paint. Ultimate judge Bob Rose holding up the hand saying, yep, looks good, fellas. Let's check everything. Let's check the time. Let's see how it comes out.
Yes!
We really need to cut one ball.
That's it!
We need more win spreads.
That's it!
Beautiful, beautiful.
Fred is with the Rage captain.
All right, Todd, you knew it was to your advantage because the time factor, they had to come for you.
Right.
All right, you kind of had that figured out. So did
Right.
everything go to your plan?
Well, actually, we sort of changed our plan at the base and decided to go to about the same spots we've been going to and keep the same kind of pressure on. We sent our main man, Chino, with the wheels right up front, and they sort of took him out right away.
Yeah, they did that.
So, that we sort of lost a life off the bat. We just decided to sit tight a little bit. They moved around, we moved a couple around, and it just fell time to everybody sort of went. They got an elimination on us, and then they pushed, and we counter pushed, and
they made a heck of a push going down this left side. We were standing here, and one guy actually got all the way
behind us. I turned and saw him. Our guy on the tape was shooting to the inside, so he didn't see him. Luckily, I hit him before he hit him and me and a lot of people. So
right, yeah, because if you'd have got too much farther, you'd have had to turn all the way around. That would have definitely gave his team the advantage.
Oh, by far. Yeah, that was a very good move on that player's that went down the left wire. Our right wire was good.
All right, well, you got to get up and running again, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. But congratulations, and I wish you a lot of luck.
Okay, one more to go.
All right.
Adjustments and reactions setting up the victory for Rage, a tired team which has to go again in the final game, and a disappointed Bad Company. Let's go back to Fred with Bad Company's captain, Tommy Cole.
Congratulations.
All right. Tommy, you guys came just like you guys said you were. I want to tell you, you had a man streak down this left wire. He got behind him. The last guy on that team got him, so your plan almost worked.
Yeah.
What exactly happened? How did it fall apart?
We didn't get as many eliminations as we wanted to early on, which made it a lot harder to go to 10 minutes. We were still working with that 200 point we were trying to get. So since we didn't get the eliminations, we had to try and go with it. They had set up pretty well, so it was hard to dig them out. So once we went, pretty much shot quite a few of us, but it came down to the wire.
You did a real good job, and you played very admirable.
Thank you very much.
Very admirable. It's one thing to go out and lose and come off a hothead. It's another thing to go out and lose and come off being a player, just like you are, man. You're a good man.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
No problem.
To use a basketball analogy, this was like a trailing team fouling in desperation at the end of the game, turning what was a close contest into a blowout. Close for a while, but Bad Company had to make the move. The officials checking for paint.
We got to get a count. You live? You live, player?
Bob Rose looking for the final score, getting that count, as he says. Nilo Sierra gets checked for paint.
All right, count them. Hold up. Hold up. Live players. Live players. 1, 2, 3. Are you alive? Peter's alive. 4, 5. Peter's gone. Peter's hit. 5.
Wait a minute, there's what certainly appears to be an error. If Pete Bofill was eliminated, he was part of the relay that carried the flag for Rage, Jerry.
That's right, and he had to have been eliminated before he started that because all of the bad company players by then were out. Which means to say there's a mistake. Like in any sport, sometimes the judges will blow a call or miss a call. Luckily, in this instance, it really didn't cost very much.
Worst case, had they found the paint on Pete sooner, they would have had to go back and rerun the flag from the point where he took it in the relay, so it might have cost him 10 points worth of time. We'll be right back.
3 has to go to the back.
All right, I'm here right now with Brett Schulman. Brett, you've been sitting here watching some of the games. What do you think, buddy?
Absolutely intense. It comes down to the magnitude of each individual player playing to the utmost capacity. Everybody out here is doing the best they can, and it's crazy. It's wild. Everybody's got to come out here and check it out.
Yeah, I tell you, the people are loving it on the sideline. You see how excited they're getting? You think it's intense on the field. It's getting intense over here also.
It's amazing. Everybody is just having a great time, and they're playing their hearts out, and these guys are the champions of the world, no doubt.
Without it. Hey, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. I'm going to let you get back and enjoy some more action.
And good sports when it's over. What about the guys working their hearts out?
You know, in any competition, I want to tell you, the most important part is the referees. You can see a referee make or break a game. These guys have been running, diving. I mean, you guys actually look like the Chinese acrobats out there. Bobby, how's competition going right now? Is everybody playing pretty fair?
Definitely. We've only had a few, tough calls, but, I mean, everything else has been going really smooth. The guys are doing real great. They're coming out on their own. We're out here for just that reason.
Right.
Just to make sure everything goes fine. If we don't do our job as far as that, if they can do it for us, it makes it much easier.
Well, yeah, that's what everybody would wish, but that's not the case all the time, and that's exactly why they got you guys out here.
That's right.
Everybody on the sidelines, they're just commenting on how you guys are diving around and running around and getting those calls. You're not letting them have any time to even make a mistake, even if it's not their fault. You guys are on it.
That's what these guys are out here. These guys are probably the best in the world. And I mean that.
Oh, without a doubt. I get to travel all over,
yes.
So I've played in a lot of tournaments, and you guys are definitely the best. And I've known that for years because you guys have reffed me years ago.
Yes, definitely.
And if you guys weren't the best, it'd be my guess you wouldn't be here.
No, not at all. Not at all.
The 1996 World Paintball Championships have been brought to you by Westgate Resort. Over 1,000 suites in the Orlando area, minutes away from all area attractions. And by Paintball Sports Magazine. Game sites, stores, equipment, special events. The first and last word in paintball all over the world. So Rage gets it done, winning 190-20 over Bad Company and setting up the kind of game we've been looking for in the last of the tournament. The Turtles, the upset specialists, will come in with 200 points from their first victory, and they'll take on this very same Rage team, which has 190. That game will determine who gets the trophy. For Fred Schultz and Jerry Braun, I'm John Nicholson. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.